One of them, the National Water Mission, was launched in 2011 with the objective of conservation, minimization of wastage and equitable distribution of water. Similarly, government's interlinking of rivers program is expected to address regional imbalances in water availability. It is expected to provide water for the irrigation of 35 million hectares of land and also facilitate 34,000 megawatt of hydropower. It will also help in flood control, navigation and inland connectivity. By developing water supply sources close to cities and industrial townships, we would minimize waste, loss in transportation and leakage. I am glad that central and state governments are focused on balanced distribution and a 3R strategy of reduce, recycle and reuse is being applied to save water. This principle must remain the cornerstone of India's water management policy. Government's integrated Ganga conservation mission, the Namami Gange initiative, approaches Ganga rejuvenation by consolidating ongoing works and preparing a comprehensive 5-year action plan. The program has been supported by a budgetary allocation of rupees 20,000 crores. I welcome this initiative and look forward to the outcome of this work. Ladies and gentlemen, I would say that it is equally important for us to preserve and safeguard to the maximum extent possible our depleting groundwater. We must apply improved water use technologies and better management technologies to our aquifers. We must also strengthen our database on the quantum and quality of groundwater available to us so as to increase the efficacy of our policy interventions. Our government has recently launched the National Aquifer Mapping and Management Program. This program, which happens to be the largest in the world, will facilitate participatory management of groundwater for sustainable and equitable benefit to our farmers. I would emphasize the need for popularizing rainwater harvesting and linking it to rural development schemes like the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme. Any strategy for efficient water management would remain incomplete without the active involvement of the community. The participation of the end user is not only a necessity for successful implementation of schemes, but it also should be a development objective in itself. I am glad that the Ministry of Water Resources has taken up the Jal Kranti Abhiyan to consolidate water conservation and management with the support of all stakeholders. Further initiatives for integrated watershed development should be aimed at enhancing soil moisture retention, reducing sediment and increasing land and water productivity. Micro irrigation techniques like drip and sprinkler and adoption of cropping patterns that are better suited to our own environment will certainly help us to save water in the agriculture sector. Distinguished delegates, providing safe drinking water to our people in an area where much needs to be done. Too many communities in our country still lack basic water infrastructure. Considerable time and energy is spent by their people collecting water instead of progressing to income generative activities. Proper water infrastructure would rejuvenate these populations. In fact, locally feasible technologies and marketable innovations should urgently be introduced in such locations. Involving microfinancing institutions would also help to popularize these technologies. For all these reasons, I cannot emphasize enough the value of a multidisciplinary approach to water. We must prioritize resilient ecosystems, modern data management systems, and innovations in technology. Our laws should inculcate a respect for the principle that water is a common legacy. We must treasure it, utilize it in a manner that enables us to pass it on intact, if not enhanced, to our generation next. Government's कृषि सिंचाई योजना, निर्मल भारत अभियान and integrated watershed management program are important programs to achieve this objective. I therefore see India Water Week itself as a key initiative for sharing best practices and exchanging ideas to identify timely solutions to the critical water issues confronting our world today. It is heartening that there has been a good response to the exhibition that concurrently been held, showcasing technologies and solutions for improving efficiencies in water use. I thank the Ministry of Water Resources, River Development and Ganga Rejuvenation for organizing this event and appreciate the contribution of partner ministries of the central and state governments. To all the participants present here, I offer my congratulations and best wishes. May your efforts meet with great success and benefit the people of India, our region, and the world. Ladies and gentlemen, we must recognize that India faces a huge shortage of this precious resource. While India represents 17% of the world's population, we possess only 4% of its renewable water resources. As we are aware, the per capita availability of water to our people is decreasing by the day. It gives me immense pleasure to be here in this beautiful environment of the Nilgiris at the Defense Services Staff College for the convocation ceremony of the 71st staff course. इसमें निर्मल भारत था वो, बाकी ये 4 नंबर है अनसीन का, पार्लियामेंट का, कंटेंट का। स्पीड इसकी 85 की है और वर्ड इसके अंदर है 800 वर्ड है।